Okay, so I'm in the National Association of Kart Racing podcast here with Seb, and over there that's just my main cow. Okay, so let's talk about F1. So, how do you think Carlos Sainz is gonna do heading into Imola?
He could do great. He could do bad. Depends if he doesn't get screwed over by anyone.
Yeah, I mean, last
He
race,
has the skill to do it.
last race we did see him. We did see his race engineer say onto the last corner of the last lap when he was battling Lewis Hamilton. He said, "Remember what he took from you," and then just Sainz just decided to say "copy," and then bro decided to. Yeah.
Wait. I feel like that's edited.
No, it isn't. It is like.
Are you sure about
If it is edited, I mean, like, it might say that it's edited, but like I saw a lot of posts about it. Yeah, so and apparently Max Verstappen is probably gonna sign with McLaren or possibly Aston Martin at the end of this season because Max Verstappen.
No, that's not gonna happen. He still has. Hold up. When does his contract end?
His contract ends 2028, but in a
It's 2028. I don't think he will leave Red Bull.
Yeah, but as it said in his contract, that if he doesn't get P3 in the points, then he's gonna leave Red Bull. So yeah.
Yeah, but still, but.
Distance. I mean, the Red Bull's slow. If he just doesn't get a good and competitive enough of a car, that would most likely be the reason why he leaves. But I feel like he won't, since he still has a chance of podiums, wins, and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he did get a good start at Japan, but heading into the pit stops, Lando Norris blamed him on not giving him enough room, even though that Max clearly had. He was ahead by the time Lando got out of his pit stop, but Lando keeps blaming that on him, and we saw people trying to keep up with Max. Like, we saw Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly a couple of years ago, and now it's Sergio Perez, Liam Lawson, and Yuki Tsunoda.
The reason is, okay, Red Bull's trying to build the fastest car, and Max is the only one that's able to control the fastest car, or like the fastest car they can build, which is.
I mean,
it just depends.
If you saw one of the videos during testing for F1, Max's car was sliding, and he decided to say, his car, this is not what he actually said, but I think this is what he probably would have said. He would have said that the car is sliding, but I can make it slide even more. That's how undrivable the RB21 is.
I feel like that was false. I mean, he's just like. The RB21 isn't that bad. It's not the fastest.
Yeah, I mean,
third, fourth fastest, depends.
Yeah,
on track.
But right now, the rules is gonna change.
Hold up.
I see you next time.
Don't mind that. That's my nephew.
We're going. We think he's going.
Nobody, Link.
Back.
Okay. So, like, right now, like, he's in a deal with either going to Aston or McLaren. We seen that because I saw an F1 video the other day, and it said that if Max doesn't get P3 in the points, he could leave Red Bull and go to Aston or McLaren for
No,
2020.
he's not going to McLaren. I don't think McLaren will. Since McLaren likes its drivers, McLaren will keep their drivers.
Yeah.
Probably won't let them go. Keep Lando, keep Lando and Oscar. Aston, if he somehow goes to Aston, Fernando would probably be retired by then.
I mean,
Because Stroll is not leaving anytime soon.
I think Fernando is gonna stay like another couple of years. Like probably 2028 is his retirement year. But everybody keeps saying that he's gonna win his third world championship. But his team is not gonna win the constructors on the way how Stroll is driving in 2020.
He has a contract. I don't know when his contract ends, but if he physically cannot be competitive enough for wins and stuff, I guess, or like podiums, he will retire, I guess, likely. Since I don't know.
After all, if Max somehow goes to Aston, he will either replace Fernando Alonso or Lance Stroll. But the odds.
I don't think he would replace Lance Stroll since
he's relying on Daddy's cash.
Yeah, so he's not leaving.
Yeah, exactly. And somehow, without lying, onto the first 3 races in 2025, Lance Stroll, like if you count the China sprint as a...
he could keep racing after 2026 if he remains motivated, but like it's also like very old, so I don't think if he would stay there for a little longer. His contract is in 2026. At the I think end of 2026. So yeah.
Yeah, but I could see probably Max leaving. I could see Max leaving and him going to a dominant team. Yeah, but since Adrian Newey is working there, who we know Max loves to work with, he's gonna be there probably in 2026 because Adrian Newey has been at Red Bull for a couple of years, probably when it was first made with back. Probably when it was first made. I mean, he did try to win the Miami Grand Prix for Lily, but he wasn't able to.
No, he did not try to win for the Miami Grand Prix for Newey. It's for, I don't know, the championship.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you could take a guess, I think Lando is probably going to be a number 2 driver by the end of 2025. By the end of 2025. Yeah, I mean, Oscar has less experience than Lando. He only has Lando has.
Yeah, but Oscar can fight under pressure, unlike I think Lando. Oscar can fight Mac, can have battles with Max without almost crashing into the wall.
Yeah,
or almost both of them going out, but
Lance Stroll, like, let's do a comparison. Lance Stroll has 7 years of experience. And Lando and Oscar and George Russell and Alex Albon and yeah, that's basically it. They have less experience than him, but can still keep the car stable Now
It's
that's
also because also the Aston Martin, their car is not that fast. It's actually quite slow. So that's also a factor. And plus, I don't know. He scored points the last few races, but like he's in the Aston Martin. It's not gonna be that fast.
yeah, I know. And after all, after everything,
Okay, Lando and Oscar are in the fastest cars. Uh, Leclerc is in a Ferrari, not great, so great strategy. He's still fast enough for wins and podiums, I guess. Aston is more like fighting for points instead of podiums or wins. But
like the last 2 seasons, we have seen Oscar dominating because he won his first race in 2023 if you count the sprint win. And
yep,
after all,
that's a sprint win, not a race win. But
and that's just an embarrassing to see Lando not getting either a sprint win or a race win for Austin. And now Lando has less career wins than Oscar. And
also, Lando's done more races, but also, if Lando... Wait, hold up. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, so basically, I think Lando's the number 2 driver. And
Okay, hold up. If you're implying Lando done more races and have less wins than Oscar, Lando joined McLaren, I think 2019, I think. And McLaren was not a good team and didn't start getting like being very fast or 2024, I guess. Like after Miami or during Miami.
Yeah, it was kind of like a mid.
It didn't get faster. It was not fast back before that.
To 2019 when he was in Bahrain, he got a P6 on debut.
Kevin Magnussen was also actually got P2 on his debut. Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah, but for a second I thought you were gonna say Nico Hulkenberg.
Nico what?
Nico Hulkenberg.
What about him?
Didn't he never score a podium?
I just go school.
Yeah. Every single time he got close to the podium, something happens.
Bro,
Nico hasn't got it. I was talking about Kevin Magnussen.
K-Mag. How he lost the podium in his home race.
I go school.
Be quiet.
Yeah,
so it's definitely really sad. But I can potentially see number multi-21 in the future of McLaren. Like, Lando will probably hear on the team radio, hold a position, and then he'll just charge at Oscar. No.
Yeah, but like Oscar's current right now, I feel like he's a faster driver than Lando. He can hold under pressure a lot more. He doesn't almost do what Lando does when he goes against Max. Overall, Oscar is right now a lot more. Somehow looks so much more experienced.
Yeah. I mean, like we did see, I think in Drive to Survive, where Horner was asked if you can have one of the McLaren drivers, who would it be? And he said Oscar. And then Oscar
he used to try to get Lando, but like when Oscar started somehow outperforming him right now, which is currently right now, but
yeah, but right now, Oscar said, he got asked, would you like to be a second driver? And then he just said no. And then,
yeah, because guess what? Mark Webber's his manager, so like, and also that's his mentality, I guess. Mark Webber is also his manager, which Mark Webber also had a lot of experience being the second driver.
I think if Oscar's gonna win the championship, I think Mark Webber needs to teach him some tactics, because Marco was close to winning the championship, but Sebastian Vettel was too dominating.
No, it's team orders, I think. I don't know. It's that's not his fault, but Oscar has the pace. He has the thing. He can do it. He can actually take the championship without learning anything from Mark, I guess. He can actually forgot, but
for the other team, so we're for Ferrari, they got their
Ferrari's not doing.
They got their first and only podium so far of the season in Miami.
In Jeddah?
I mean, Jeddah.
Jeddah.
Yeah. But, it's, so, they're not gonna win the construction. They're not gonna win the construction.
But you can see that Ferrari's not gonna win the constructors.
Yeah, I mean, the last time that they were dominating was in 2008.
And
but
didn't they lose?
Yeah. But there was
for some reason decided to stay out on slicks or I don't know, dry tires. Because I think the tires were so grooved back then.
But they said but there was a conspiracy theory that when Lewis Hamilton joined Mercedes, it was 1 year before the rules regulation, and he joined Ferrari 1 year before the rules regulation. He wins the championship with Mercedes, and what is he probably gonna do? Lose the championship. Because there is no way on God's green earth. There is no way that.
But also Ferrari does not have the correct strategies whatsoever. McLaren right now is absolutely dominating. New regulation changes means any other team could